If you're still using ChatGPT for your YouTube video scripts, you are in big trouble. And I don't mean that to be mean. I mean that as someone who has been exactly where you are, typing prompt after prompt into ChatGPT, copying out that response, reading it back, and thinking, this sounds nothing like me. This sounds like a robot trying to pretend it's human. This sounds like every other YouTube script on the internet. And you paste it anyway because you're tired and you just need to get the video done. But here's what's actually happening when you post that video. Your audience feels it. They can't always explain why, but something feels off. The words don't flow naturally, the energy is flat, the sentences are too clean, too structured, too perfect, in a way that real human conversation never is. And so, they click off. And you wonder why your retention is low. And you blame your editing, or your topic, or the algorithm. It was the script. It was always the script. So today, I'm going to show you exactly why ChatGPT is killing your content and how one completely free tool called Claude is going to change everything about the way you write scripts forever. Let's get into it. Before anything else, let me answer the question I know you're already asking. Yes, Claude is free. You do not need to pay for it to get incredible results. You go to Claude AI, you create a free account, and you start using it immediately. No credit card, no trial period that suddenly charges you, free. Now, Claude does have a paid version called Claude Pro, and yes, it gives you more messages and more features, but for writing YouTube scripts, the free version is more than enough to completely transform your content. I have written full video scripts, hooks, descriptions, tags, and entire content packages on the free version of Claude, and the results speak for themselves. So if money has been your excuse for not leveling up your content, that excuse just disappeared. Let me paint you a picture. You open ChatGPT, you type something like, write me a YouTube script about how to grow on YouTube. And within seconds, it gives you something back. And it looks good at first glance. It has an introduction, it has numbered points, it has a conclusion. It even has a little call to action at the end telling viewers to like and subscribe. And then you read it out loud, and it sounds like this. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be discussing some very important tips that will help you grow your YouTube channel. These strategies have been proven to work, and I'm excited to share them with you today. Does that sound like you? Does that sound like any real human being you have ever had a conversation with in your entire life? No. It sounds like a press release. It sounds like a corporate memo. It sounds like something written by a machine that has read a million YouTube scripts and averaged them all out into the most generic, flavorless, forgettable version of a script that could possibly exist. And that is the core problem with ChatGPT when it comes to creative writing and scripting. It optimizes for correctness. It optimizes for structure. It optimizes for sounding professional. But YouTube is not a boardroom presentation. YouTube is a conversation. And ChatGPT does not know how to have a conversation. It knows how to produce content that looks like a conversation from a distance, but falls completely flat the moment a real human being tries to deliver it out loud. The sentences are too long, the transitions are too formal, the energy never changes. It gives you the same tone in the hook as it does in the middle, as it does in the outro. There is no rhythm, there is no personality, there is no texture, just clean, correct, completely lifeless prose that your audience will mentally check out of before you even get to your first point. And the worst part, because so many creators are using ChatGPT, your audience has already heard this script before. Not your exact words, but this energy, this structure, this feeling. It is everywhere, and it is making entire channels blend into each other until nobody can tell them apart. Now, let me introduce you to Claude. Claude is an AI assistant built by a company called Anthropic, and from the very first time I used it for scripting, I knew something was different. Not just a little different. Fundamentally, completely, obviously different in a way that I felt immediately when I read the output back. Claude does not write at you. It writes with you. It picks up on your tone, your energy, your style, and it mirrors it back in a way that feels like your own voice, amplified. Not replaced, not overwritten, amplified. When you give Claude context about who you are, who your audience is, and what you're trying to say, it builds a script that sounds like a real person actually thought about these ideas and then sat down to talk about them. The sentences breathe. Some are short, sharp, like that. And then others are longer, more flowing, pulling the listener along with a rhythm that keeps them engaged without them even realizing why. Claude understands pacing in a way that ChatGPT simply doesn't. It knows when to speed up and create urgency. It knows when to slow down and let a point land. It knows how to write a hook that genuinely stops someone in their tracks rather than just opening with "hello" and "welcome back." Claude also has depth. When you ask it to write about a topic, it doesn't just list surface-level points that anyone could Google in 30 seconds. It goes beneath the surface. It finds the angle that makes the content feel fresh. It asks, what does this audience actually need to hear that they haven't heard before? And then it writes toward that. It gives your script texture and substance that makes viewers feel like they genuinely learned something or genuinely felt something by the end of your video. And perhaps most importantly, Claude is honest about nuance. It doesn't give you the sanitized, everyone agrees version of every topic. It is willing to say something bold, to take a position, to write in a way that has an actual point of view. And on YouTube, point of view is everything. The creators that grow are not the ones saying what everyone already agrees with. They are the ones saying something that makes people stop and think. Claude helps you find and articulate that something in every single video. Now here's how to use Claude for free to write your scripts. Go to Claude AI and create your free account. Once you're in, the key to getting incredible scripts out of Claude is in how you prompt it. Don't just say, write me a YouTube script about this topic. That is a lazy prompt, and it will give you a lazy result even from Claude. Instead, tell Claude who you are. Tell it your channel niche. Tell it your tone. Are you energetic, calm, motivational, conversational? Tell it who your audience is. Tell it what the goal of the video is. Is it to educate, inspire, entertain, or convert? Give it bullet points of the key things you want to say. The more context you give Claude, the more it gives you back something that actually sounds like you and serves your audience specifically. You can even paste in a previous script you've written yourself and tell Claude, match this tone and energy for my new video. And it will. It will study how you write, how your sentences move, how your ideas connect, and it will replicate that energy in a completely new script. That is not something ChatGPT does anywhere near as naturally or as accurately. And then when it gives you the script, read it out loud immediately, because Claude writes for the ear, not just the eye. You will feel the difference the moment the words leave your mouth. It flows, it moves, it sounds like something a real, passionate, knowledgeable human being sat down and thought about. Because in many ways, that is exactly what it is. Your ideas, your voice, your message, just expressed with a level of clarity and craft that makes people want to keep listening. When your scripts improve, everything improves. Your watch time goes up because people are actually engaged from the first sentence to the last. Your subscriber count grows because viewers feel like they've found someone who speaks their language, who gets them, who delivers value in a way that feels real and not robotic. Your confidence on camera goes up because you're delivering words that actually feel natural coming out of your mouth. You stop stumbling over sentences that were never designed to be spoken out loud. And all of that compounds. Better scripts mean better retention. Better retention means the algorithm pushes your video further. The algorithm pushing your video further means more impressions. More impressions mean more clicks. More clicks mean more views. More views mean more subscribers. And more subscribers mean a channel that is actually growing toward that 1,000 milestone and beyond. Not because you got lucky, but because you got strategic. All of that starts with one decision: switching from a tool that makes you sound like everyone else to a tool that makes you sound like the best version of yourself. So, that is it. That is why I use Claude for every single script I write, and why I will never go back. If you have been frustrated with your scripts sounding flat, generic, or just not like you, try Claude today. It is free. It takes 5 minutes to set up, and the first script you write with it will show you immediately what you have been missing. Drop a comment below and tell me, are you currently using ChatGPT for your scripts, or have you already tried Claude? I want to know your experience. And if this video helped you, share it with a creator friend who is still struggling with their scripts.